trying to cancel TikTok.
Yeah, they've been trying to cancel it.
TikTok is the only platform that doesn't have Zionist control on it. Unless they sell it to an American person or a Zionist, they're not going to play ball.
John Cena came out and presented an award naked. It's all about selling. America is not a real country. It's a business. They're just trying to sell. What are we going to get ratings up? Let's put this guy out there naked.
If you see John Cena in a Scorsese movie next, just know he did what he had to do to climb up that extra ladder.
Disclaimer. The following program delves into sensitive political, moral, and religious topics. The host's unique perspectives may challenge traditional viewpoints and provoke thoughtful conversations. That's the point, though. Viewer discretion is advised, as the content is intended for mature audiences who appreciate nuanced discussions on complex subjects. The content discussed here is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the show. Hello, and we're back with another episode of the Fourth Wall Podcast Show. We are your certified, qualified hosts, CJ the Architect, got my boy Tosifer the Philosopher here. Welcome to another episode. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my green, today.
We don't give a shit about that, man.
You did, I got my green on. Rest in peace to the late, great Kobe Bryant, Got the undefeated greens, Were you very, I guess, festive in like elementary school and all that? Like when you knew what day it was, did you participate in Valentine's Day, passing out cards and candy and all that?
I'll be the first one to say, man, I ain't the dude that got the most Valentine cards, okay?
You didn't have to get them. You could see, I was a giver. I wasn't getting a lot either, but I was giving them out.
I wasn't even, I don't like to put a lot of effort into things like that. You know what I'm saying?
As a kid, though?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about now. Now, like, I'll look back. I'm like, bro,
the only reason I went to school is just to go play handball at lunch and hold my place.
Handball was my shit, man.
Because I had to hold it down.
Handball was my shit, bro.
But other than that, man, these are the most insignificant holidays, like St. Patrick's Day. We don't know what the hell.
Nah, but in school, it was a big thing.
Was it really though?
It was. I think we had like the green eggs and ham thing, right? Right, y'all know what I'm talking about. We had green eggs.
Yeah.
See, I was a festive dude. I was like every holiday. I was like, oh man, like, because I was trying to, like, get. I don't know. I was.
You
just
ate that shit. You ate the green. You ate the green eggs though.
I didn't eat the eggs. I just don't like eggs in general. But
that
I tried the ham.
Moldy as fuck, man. I tried the.
Looking back, like it was not like I'll look back and I'm like, come on, bro. But that's how you are as a kid, You're just innocent. You're just trying to try everything you can, participate with everything, See all the little white kids running around. I'm like, I want to do what they're doing.
Man, we went to different type of schools. I'll tell you that much, bro.
I think we did. I think we did. Because I did go
school
to.
I went to
a nice school.
Okay.
I went to a nice school.
I mean, I went to a magnet school, but it got a little ruthless because we were one of the kids that they took out of the inner city and they put in a nice school. So we were over there. We were trying to finesse like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. You feel me?
Because you came back. I met you in Moval in middle school.
Yeah,
like high school. So you were there at least then. That's how. School was the same way in elementary. Like I'm just talking about like the diversity.
Yeah, I mean,
it was diverse to where
in middle school it was a little bit more diverse, like up my alley. But when I was in elementary school, I was one of the inner city kids that went into that school. Is like, oh man, these dudes don't know what a finesse is. So like, Yu-Gi-Oh was like big back then. I'll be pulling out them Japanese cards. Don't know what the fuck it means. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, that means you lose 500 life points for like every card in your graveyard. Oh, for real? Like, yeah, man. I seen it online, bro. That's what it said. I would just be finessing their cars like that, bro. And they're not going to do nothing either because it's like, I won't get too much into details about it,
but until their stuff is missing. But, like I said, happy St. Patrick's Day. In the comments, are you guys festive? Did you guys used to be festive people? Are you now? And this isn't even one of those like, behind the scenes, like this holiday means this. Like I said, like as a kid, you're not thinking about all that stuff. It's the innocence of it. So just, just in the comments while you're at it, like, subscribe. Episode number 4, we're going to keep it going, man. But today we got some very interesting topics. Over the weekend, we had the Oscars happening. Before we get into that, TikTok, reportedly, They were threatened that they'd be shut down finally.
Yeah, they're trying to cancel TikTok.
Yeah, they've been
now.
trying to cancel it. I've been on the side of banning TikTok. I just don't see the reason for it. We got so much social media already. I don't see what TikTok does differently other than just glue people on their phones some more. So I'm with getting rid of TikTok. I saw the creator or CEO or I don't know, the Chinese dude who created TikTok or something like that.
They're trying to blame it on the Chinese again, man.
That too, but him talking, that was the most American accent I've heard from a Chinese man, like in recent years. The dude sounded very American. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but like I said, I'm against TikTok. Too much social media already for an application or a platform that is geared towards kids. I don't see what's there for kids. All I see is people on there who think that, not even kids, this is adults talking about stuff that they think they're experts in, using that platform as an excuse to spread their BS around. Like, oh yeah, this is how you get jobs. Oh, this is how you apply. It's like we already have how-tos on YouTube, and go read a book. We don't need these random people talking about, oh, this is the loopholes to do this and that, and then you go and try it, and then you get yourself in trouble. That's how scamming happened. That's how we got scammers. Because someone went online and said, hey, here's this trick you can do, and people started learning how to do it.
Hey, them Nigerian TikTok accounts be going hard, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's all TikTok is. It's just information being passed down by people. Oh, do this, and then you have people try it. They get themselves into trouble.
See, here's the thing. You're somebody on the surface level. You're looking at it on the surface level and thinking to yourself, all right, TikTok, we already got a bunch of stuff out here.
We do.
You know, but here's the thing. The difference between TikTok and the rest of these social media platforms is that TikTok, it's majority owned by a Chinese company. Okay, so their algorithm is different. Their algorithm promotes whatever's the most trending thing. There isn't all these other stupid stuff. Because look, I got banned off of Instagram off some dumb shit, okay? I forgot Mark Zuckerberg was the owner. I forgot Facebook Meta, whatever. You know, I said some stuff that was critical of Israel, and it is what it is. You know, something happened. That being said, this is the thing. On the surface level, it may seem like, oh, because what Washington is saying is that what people in Congress, what they're saying is that there's a Chinese threat. That China is collecting data and it's a national security. Here's the thing. If y'all was so concerned about China, what about the chips in our phone? You know, what about all these products we export from them? So right off the bat, you know this shit is cap, okay?
No, it's not cap.
It is cap.
Because first off, that makes sense. Why would America's already, privacy is nothing here, right? Here in our own country.
That was already over with Facebook.
So why would I want
once Facebook came into the game, okay, and that motherfucker, look, even when I was watching the movie Social Network, I knew that motherfucker was a scumbag.
When we
saw him on Social Network, they did not appeal.
We thought he was cool.
When we were watching you thought he was cool?
When we were watching
I thought he was a piece of shit. I was watching that movie. I was like, man, I do not resonate with Mark Zuckerberg.
Answer this one question. Did you have a Facebook?
Huh?
Did you have?
We all have Facebook.
Okay, then. So
we all have Facebook.
With Mark Zuckerberg.
When did we get Facebook? We were at an impressionable time, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going.
But we didn't know all this other stuff going on. They collecting my data. They reading my mind now. I think of some shit. Now it pops up as an ad. What the fuck?
At the time, you weren't thinking about that.
This is evil shit, though. These people are evil. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg. You a Mark, bro.
It's not just Mark,
on some real shit.
Everything. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's your tribe, bro. I ain't even gonna say it because I ain't trying to get canceled right now. here's what
it's a regulation.
No. Here's the thing.
Excuse me. We're getting heated over.
All right, look. Let me.
Hold on.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
If you want to sell in a certain area, right? There are certain laws or rules you have to abide by, right? So if you want to set up shop. Hey, if you want to have a social media platform, hey, you have to abide by these rules. We have to, have this sort of privacy setting or whatever it is. When we first found that out, I'm with you. When we first found that, before we were oblivious to it, right? Social network came out. Oh my gosh, this is cool. We weren't thinking about, oh shit, they're tracking all this data, and that's how where are all these ads popping up from? What? I didn't watch this porn. Oh yeah, you did. Because why the hell is this shit popping up, right? So After that, we went to us finding out, okay, now they're tracking us. Okay, these ads are popping up because we are doing these things. Oh, they're listening to our conversations while we're talking. How did they know that I wanted to eat right now? Oh, because I was talking to my buddy, right? And now we're at the point where it's like, all right, we know this shit happens, right? There's nothing we can do about it, right? Let's just lower it. We understand the reason why you guys are looking in, right? All right, cool. But now you want to add another foreign country into this? China? Nah.
Look, here's the thing. You said all that, right? Okay, you said all that. Now, again.
And I don't have a TikTok, by the way. So that's
okay.
I'm qualified to say this.
Here's the thing.
That's why I asked if you have a Facebook.
You need to look into the nuances of the pattern, all right? TikTok is the only platform that doesn't have Zionist control on it. Every other social media platform is acting towards Israeli interests, okay? I got my Twitter shut down 10 times, okay?
10 years ago? 10 years ago, too?
No, man. This is all within the span of a year, bro.
Exactly.
Less than a year.
Exactly.
No, let me finish. When you think about TikTok, who are the people that are utilizing TikTok the most? Who are they? Zoomers, right? The Zoomer generation. The Zoomer generation, those people are going to be the next leaders of the world, right? So right now, with the whole conflict that's going on with Israel and Palestine and the young people that are consuming that media, where do you think they're going to lean towards as far as who they're going to support? Because the number one hashtag right now in TikTok just happens to be Free Palestine, okay? So it doesn't necessarily it doesn't appeal to their interests when the younger generation, the next ones up, aren't, they're not subscribing to the pro-Israel agenda. So now they got to cancel this. They got to go after TikTok. They got to ban this. They got to unless they sell it to an American person, the majority owner is American or a Zionist, they're not going to play ball. That's what's going on. It's firsthand example of showing you that America is not a real country, bro. It's a bitch to Israel. That's really what it is.
Sure. It is. But again, if that is the case,
that's what's going on.
Then that's their law.
What do you mean that's their law? Nah, man.
If they're saying, hey, you guys can set up shop here, but you can't talk about this, you can't mention this. Okay, sure. The people who don't abide by it, they're gonna be shut down. Again.
Are you one of those people that's gonna be like, well, this is the law?
I understand it. I didn't say that I have to agree with it, but I understand it.
Why?
If you're gonna set up shop somewhere,
why would you just lay down and give central control to one entity?
Before you set up a bar where you can sell alcohol, you gotta talk to the city first.
No, you don't, man. You could finesse some shit and
then
just
they're
sell
gonna
it on the
come
low
and check you out
and see how much money you make
and cancel you. That's exactly what's happening.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. If I had to choose between the world getting taken over between China or Israel, I'm choosing China every single day, bro. I'm choosing China. China, they're fair. They're fair. I like their algorithm. You just it's all based on content. It's not based on, oh, is this friendly? Is this, doesn't have any type of hate agenda or whatever. There's so many intricacies.
That's just part of America trying to.
It's not.
Again,
see,
that's.
What did you just say? You said this is part of America. See?
Yeah. That's part of America.
Look,
our job is just to be aware and pass on the information.
You the homie, right? Bro. You the homie, but you part of the problem, man. You part of the problem because
be aware. Be aware.
You just laying down to him. You just laying down to him, man.
It's not.
You can't let him do that.
It's not laying down. Just be aware. Keep it to yourself. Keep moving. Know how to move.
Look, I'm just gonna say this right now.
Just recognize.
This is firsthand account of letting you know that America is not a real country. At least the people representing
America is a business.
The people, yeah, it is a business. The people that are in Washington right now do not reflect the public. At some point in time, I'm gonna call it right now, man. At some point in time, there's gonna be a civil war between the people and the government. The way that things are going right now, I would say everybody gets strapped up. Everybody gets strapped up, man. Get some solar and shit like that. If you got the money for a bunker or something, invest in it, because right now the way that things are going, once they start to limit your speech and try to make you abide by an agenda, that's when you know like shit's about to
not
hit
trying
the
to
fan.
make you abide, man. But look what we're doing, man.
Everybody out here
You think they agree with what we're doing here?
Obviously not.
There's ways
Obviously not.
There's ways to express it, right?
No, but
it's just abide by the.
No,
you
but
can find the loopholes, but TikTok
is the last frontier.
We're not gonna say TikTok is just that type of content.
TikTok is the last frontier against this Zionist control. Okay,
all I see is ass shaking.
That's your algorithm, though, man. Why you let that happen to your algorithm? Why did you initially look up bitches shaking ass, and now it's gonna corrupt?
This is just me observing other people with TikToks. I see guys.
Who you observing?
On TikTok when they're swiping.
Choose better friends. The hell?
You're my friend, man.
I'm not on that shit like that. You look at my TikTok algorithm, man. It's all a bunch of conspiracy type shit.
I guess that's a new thing, right? Now it's like, hey, when you meet somebody, it's like, hey, let's see your TikTok. I was like, okay. You start scrolling through this. Okay, this is.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. This is what they fear, though. Their fear is that once those people that are like-minded and they look into, because right now, when you go to any other social media platform, as far as seeing what's going on with the situation in Palestine, like they're not going to show you, like in X, they're going to have an agenda. In Instagram, they're going to have an agenda. Yeah. In TikTok, that's the last frontier. People are going to show you how it is, and this is the double whammy on it, is that the most impressionable generation that are going to be the next in line to come into those places of power are the ones that are going to consume and be subscribing to that opposite ideology that doesn't serve Israeli interests. So that's why they're trying to ban it, and they're trying to pin it.
About a situation right
they're trying to pin it on Chinese people. Hey, look, Chinese people. Hey, look, during COVID, things was a little, like a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all with you. All right, I'm 10 toes down with y'all. Okay, TikTok is the last frontier. It may have its cons every now and then, but this is the only platform that it provides the most amount of free speech that you can give. Okay, and it's a cool type of algorithm. It's all based on content. If your content is good, it's gonna be pushed out to the public. Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. That's
a
loophole. That's a loophole. If the content is good, it's gonna be pushed out to the public.
That's what makes it stand out from everything else, man. That's what makes it stand out from everything else. Again, America is not a real country. This is showcasing that everybody that's in Washington right now, they all took the AIPAC money. Hey, look, two things right now. Anybody, again, we forgot to do the disclaimer, man. I'm going to just say it right now. We're not trying to condone any type of uprising or anything like that. Don't do no stupid shit. But if you want to go on social media, and if you got a Twitter and you want to go on AIPAC or the ADL's page and blow they shit up and let them know, hey, we know what you're doing. You cancel Kanye. You try to do Kyrie dirty. Now we know what you up to. Be my guest. Okay, it's a free country for now. All right, that's all I'm saying. The enemy of the people right now is the ADL and AIPAC. There's no such thing as a good politician. They all took the Drew money. All right, they all took the AIPAC money. Okay, and you can always tell if you're somebody that's nuanced enough to understand, like if you're nuanced enough to understand human nature, and something doesn't abide by the principles that they preach, then you know that they're a sellout. Most of these people in Washington are sellouts. So it's really just coming down to, this is the beautiful thing about America, is that the people are the biggest threat to the government, because we have the rebellion spirit in us. You know what I'm saying? So this like the last line of defense is like, if you allow yourself to follow this agenda, and if you still somebody watching the news like Fox News and CNN and shit, and you're just taking their narrative, you're an idiot. Okay, you dumb. Why you even consuming shit like that?
But then doesn't that go against you saying that we're naturally rebellious or whatever?
We are naturally rebellious.
I think we're a threat because we have the power of free will to go and vote or make a change, but we don't do it, right?
Just to address that.
Even if voting, even if you know, but as long as if you make a statement with it, it's gonna matter.
Look, hey, again,
if you're just averagely, go vote, like, and you see the same old people. No, I mean aggressively. I'm not gonna say, hey, good job, what they did over on January, but That's aggressive. Put your point across.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, look,
and you're gonna see a change.
Okay.
What happened after that? Oh yeah, we're gonna make some changes. What happened? They got Trump out, right? That's what it takes for them to make a change, to make a move, right?
What you just said right now with the whole January 6th thing, again, disclaimer, we're not condoning us doing that again if the right person is not elected. But here's what I will say. If that does happen and somehow this piece of shit puppet that's the president right now ends up getting reelected, if that does happen, there's a possibility that some real change might happen if you go in there 10 toes deep. It's not just the white conservatives coming out there.
And if it's against Trump, because, if it was the other way around, if it was like a storm for Biden,
why would you do that? It
wouldn't be the same thing.
It wouldn't be a big crowd.
No,
it wouldn't be a big crowd.
It would be a different crowd.
And if it was a big crowd, it'd be a crowd of a bunch of soft pussy motherfuckers that ain't gonna do nothing.
Even then, though, just the presence to be like, oh, these guys actually came out here. Okay, we got to do something, or we at least got to acknowledge.
It's light work. They ain't gonna do nothing, man.
I'm just saying. Show some presence. Show some backbone. But on to the next topic, man. Like I mentioned, the Oscars were over the weekend. Poor Things won a lot of awards. Shout out to Emma Stone. Barbie didn't win what we thought they were gonna win. Shout out to Ryan Gosling and the cast. Shout out to Warner Bros. Oppenheimer, Best Picture.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you.
The movie.
I did not watch the Oscars, bro. I did not.
I didn't watch. I watched the highlights.
Care. I mean,
it's like sports. They got the highlight reel.
What are these award shows are just.
Your boy Jimmy Kimmel was hosting.
Don't call my boy. He's not my boy. All right. Don't ever associate that piece of shit with me, man. I don't fuck with him. Okay.
He went after Trump with a bad joke. Hey, Kimmel, I'm a fan, man.
You a fan?
I like Jimmy Kimmel.
What are you trying to get out of him?
I'm a fan of.
What you trying to get him to do?
I'm a fan of all the late night hosts. I just admire. I'm an artist myself, so
he's the worst
admire.
one.
Nah, see, he's better than Seth Meyers.
That's not saying a lot.
That's what I'm saying. He's one of the better ones. Him, Jimmy Fallon.
They both suck.
Do you like Stephen Colbert?
Hell no.
Okay, yeah. So
the only good talk show host that the last one was probably Conan and Craig Ferguson.
Conan's cool.
Craig Ferguson was too real for them to even like. If we lived in a just world that wasn't off of like. If Hollywood wasn't run by blackmail and just like people that whoever is in the Fruit Booty Squad.
We don't have any black late night.
Oh, well, that would go against their whole agenda.
Hey, hit me up, man.
Craig Ferguson would be the host of the Tonight Show if things was, things went the way that it should.
You didn't like Letterman or Jay Leno?
Honestly, well, Jay Leno, man, you don't look like a real person, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't really fucking with him.
Hey, shout out to Eric Andre. You need to bring the show back, man. That's the only black late night host, and they make it a joke. They make it let's put on Adult Swim. Anyway, but yeah, the Oscars, man. What I want to talk about was I'm sure you've seen this on TikTok, right? Where they're showing all these naked people and stuff like that for the kids, right? For the kids. John Cena came out and presented an award naked. Walked out there, the whole joke, they can't see me. Blah, blah. Come on, man. It's not funny, bro.
I just want to point out, again, another one of their tactics that they use, all right? Because John Cena, who you know him from WWE, a lot of kids was watching him, you know what I'm saying? Now you galvanize the children, right? You galvanize the children, okay? They're in that fan base, and now you put them through this humiliation ritual where he's coming out.
Your hero come out naked. It's like watching Iron Man come out naked. Like, what?
You put them through this ritual.
It's like watching Tom Holland.
So again, it's another way for them to try to, indoctrinate the youth, indoctrinate the children, because all those kids that was following him since he was in WWE, now they're like, oh, well, John Cena coming out here, I guess, I should embrace my...
And then they put him in Suicide Squad. That's, superhero movie. He had his own show, Peacemaker. A superhero TV show. So, yeah, he has a youth following. I didn't look too much into it on that sense, but I do see it at my personal, I don't want to say grudge, but I was against it only for the fact it's like, you got kids watching this. It's the Oscars. You didn't come before the show and say, hey, 18 or older. Why do we have naked people? Why is it always sex? Why are we always trying to sell sex?
Because it's Hollywood, man. That's the culture of Hollywood at the end of the day.
It worked. It worked. It was the hottest Oscars in the last couple years, you know, because again, no one watches it.
Nobody watches it.
No one watches.
How do you know it was the hottest one? Like nobody. So
look, in the morning, I got the news playing, you know, while I'm getting ready to go to work, and there, you know, I get the morning breaking news. They said that it was. You know,
I will say this: it's probably the most impressionable Oscars we've had since Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Tucker. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah.
But
Chris Tucker would have slapped back.
Yeah. Well, this is what they gotta do when they know that they're not gonna get enough viewers. They gotta
they gotta do something. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But again, don't be surprised if John Cena gets all these big name roles in the future. Okay, this is part of the.
But he's been getting good roles already. So that's the reason why I wasn't with the. Everyone was all like, "Oh, humiliation ritual." Not everybody. You know, if y'all running with the Fourth Wall Show, go follow us on Instagram at Fourth Wall Show. But yeah, the Fourth Wall Podcast here. If you running with us, I understand. We all about, conspiracies and what does this really mean?
Is it really a conspiracy?
But there is a, just sometimes you just gotta slow down. Not everything has, it's not a humiliation ritual, okay? He's already doing this thing. This one was just more of a we're just trying to sell you again, like you said. It's all about selling. America is not a real country. It's a business. They're just trying to sell. What are we gonna get ratings up? Let's put this guy out there naked.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you see John Cena in a Scorsese movie next, just know he did what he had to do to climb up that extra ladder. You feel me?
I remember a lot of people asked me, like, they were like, Peacemaker, I didn't really like it.
It was a cool show. I
saw the first episode. I was like, nah. I've never been a real fan of John Cena, though. Like The Rock, from WWE transitioners, into acting. The Rock, he has a good resume.
Oh, he did a lot of rituals to get there. I'll tell you that much, man. You see him in the Tooth Fairy.
So The Rock, I'm a fan of. Dave Bautista, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna be a fan.
Don't be surprised you see Dave Bautista in a dress anytime soon.
But see, they kind of did their thing. John Cena, though, I don't know. I guess he's a cool actor. I guess he hasn't been super bad in a lot of movies. A lot of people like him. So,
but have you noticed the pattern though? Like, not just with the whole Hollywood culture too, like just the whole thing with even the WWE, man, the whole shit with Vince McMahon and shit like that. Man. Motherfuckers was wilding. That's the culture. Any type of these entertainment,
have to be true, man.
Any of these like entertainment businesses, the culture is so deep seated in there. It's like. It always has to function off of blackmail. It always has to function off of like some type of leverage that they have to have on you.
Always does, and it always, this Diddy coming out, Epstein, what's the other dude from the Me Too movie? Weinstein it's crazy, man. But the John Cena stuff, man. One thing about that, the LGBTQ community, they were getting upset because they were like, oh, so we can have a straight male get naked on TV. But when we, talk about gay stuff in like schools, like it's a problem. And it's like, wait, this is, I guess I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's like, it's not the same thing. Because it's like, first off, we don't want sex on TV anyway. Like, that just sounds like y'all want to, they're just saying, oh, so they can do it, but we can't do it. We don't want anyone to do it. That's my point of view, but I get where they're coming from.
We should put a poll up here, man. What is the more like, what movement trolls you more, man? Is it I don't want to get canceled. Is it the LGBT movement or is it the feminist movement? And I'm sure there's some real feminists out there that can, that y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know what's going on.
I feel like the LGBTQ community, their progress, they've kind of risen fast compared to people of color. It took a while. It took a long time. See, they're complaining about having, like showing their bodies and being naked on TV. It took a while for black people to have on-screen romance with white women. Bro, it wasn't until King Kong. That was the first time a black man and a white woman together.
This is only the 4th episode, but I just want to point this out. There's a law. There's a law against, like, there's a hate law against, like, saying or doing something against like trans people, and there isn't one for black people.
So I feel like they should be a little more grateful for what they have at this point. Because I mean, you can only assume as time goes on, things are only going to get better. Or it just depends, who wins the election in the next couple months. But
I'm gonna emphatically disagree because I honestly think just the way that the world is going right now, I think we're living in the end times right now. Like things are only probably. I don't want to be like a pessimist or anything. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm on that black pill shit. You feel me? Like I just think we're living in the end times. Things can only get worse. Things have not been getting better.
If Trump wins,
I would say hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Prepare for the worst, yeah.
Prepare for the worst. Yeah. But as of right now, just, when you talk about that LGBT, that community, that whole, like, that culture, it's always been embedded into Hollywood. You're not going to be successful unless you partake within that, unless you partake. Unless you go to one of these parties, hey, look, as an artist, unless you go to one of these parties,
I think that's different.
Okay, you let Diddy do his thing with you, okay?
But Diddy's not LGBT. That's all. Yes,
different.
He is. That's all different.
Yes, he is,
that's
bro.
All different. That's
no,
just
Diddy is with he with that crew, bro. All right, remember that Lil Nas X performance on BET? What he tweet?
There's a
Lil Nas X did that.
There's a difference between being in something like psychologically, like
Diddy
morally,
part of it, man.
like ritualistic.
Diddy's
like
the
there's a difference
gatekeeper.
between you wanting to be with a man because you're attracted to a man, right? And there's a difference between you wanting to be with a man because for ritualistic purposes or for this to happen,
It goes hand in hand though, because the thing is, this is just from what I was able to notice from the pattern. They have to put in that agenda, especially in like the entertainment business and the music industry, especially because when you think about it,
sex sells.
It's not even about sex. It's about this, dude.
It's
about
sex,
this,
bro. It's all about sex, man.
It's a byproduct of it, but the main reason is this. Because look, I'm gonna get into it right now. When you think about the artists that have to like that, the artists that they try to push that agenda on, it's usually like there's a double standard with the black artists. Especially if they're very influential, like it's almost like in the music industry, they had to feminize that black artist. Like, think about Kid Cudi, man. Such an influential artist for our generation. When we were in high school, everybody was listening to Cudi, everybody was listening to Ye, And now, like 10 years later, you see this dude in a dress in Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here?
I don't think it's that they try to feminize the black man,
but
I think it's just, I think Cudi's a bad example because, well, again, I don't know his sexuality, but I would assume he's, straight.
I'm gonna put a challenge out here. Your favorite artist, your favorite comedian, your favorite actor, okay? Bonus points if they're black. If you can find a photo or picture or like situation of them where they weren't in a dress, points, okay? Far in between.
You have.
There's a pattern going on. Dave Chappelle called it out, man. There's a pattern going on.
I agree that I think what Hollywood does is for black artists mostly because we have like Lil Nas X. We have recently Jared Carmichael, comedian Jared Carmichael, and then a writer. I forgot his name. Boo. The X-Men, the new X-Men '97 writer. They're all black. And they're gay, but Hollywood tries to do this thing where they make the black gay male like very flamboyant, very like always has to say, "Oh yeah, I'm gay." Like, yeah, we know you're gay. You don't have to say all the time like, "Oh, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay." Like this Jared Carmichael, he's doing a stand-up special. He's now doing like a TV show where like it's vlogging. It's just him being awkward with his dad. It told his family, like, hey, we're going to do this show. Your son's going to be talking about how he's gay. You guys just act natural. They try to force the family into it, knowing that the family's not with it. They have the mom with him in the room, like, praying to, oh, God, help me pray this gay away from my son. It's like, why are we putting this on TV? Like, trying to make this narrative or make it, like, negative for, when blacks are gay, it's a very bad thing. But when white people are gay, Sam Smith. You never hear him coming out saying, hey, I'm gay every day. He comes out, drops some great music, by the way, and then he's out the picture, right? Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, right? Juno. We all know her from Juno.
That's Ellen Page, man. It's just
she used to be a woman, transgender now.
Still a woman, just stuck in the show.
No one talks about her. She just everyone. Oh yeah, she's still getting movie roles and TV stuff and all that stuff.
Still getting movie roles. I've seen her in a movie.
Caitlyn Jenner. She turned into a woman. What happened? She got an ESPY award. When she was a man, she didn't get an ESPY, and that was when she accomplished all her stuff.
You going by this agenda? You calling her she and shit? Look,
I'm just being respectful. I'm gonna respect. My mom raised me the right way. Okay,
I'm not. I'm gonna be straight up. I live in reality. Look, on some real shit, you're proving my point though, because it's like the go along, get along gang.
People of color, when they're gay, Velma, the TV show, oh, they made her gay. But when it's white people, oh, they make it sexy. Oh, look at these two white girls making it. Oh, it's so sexy. When it's two black girls or something, they make it like, oh, weird and stuff. It's like, whoa, like, why are you guys always what was that? The show Swarm. The girl was like awkward and stuff. Like they always make the black, gay person awkward or off. It's like, why are we always pushing that? Like, why can't we just, if we're gonna push it, let's just make it, consistent.
I mean, look, I'll answer your question, man. The reason is, look, in my hypothesis, from what I've noticed from the patterns, is that especially with the black person, especially a black man, they have to almost like, the pattern that I've noticed is that they have to emasculate that person. Like anybody that reaches like a certain level or echelon of success within a black actor, like take Jonathan Majors, for example, who was rising up the ranks, you know what I'm saying? They had to put him through his humiliation ritual. They did a photo shoot where he's all in pink, and it kind of just went downhill from there because, the bitch that he took out, she started making allegations, and there's video of it, man. Motherfucker running away, man. You think I'm finna watch these Avengers movies thinking like, oh, Kang is the shit now? This motherfucker running away from this bitch, bro. And he's still, even when they go to court, he still loses the case, and now his career is shit. It's like
Johnny Depp,
when that's like the biggest. That's the biggest threat to this whole Hollywood entertainment industry culture is like masculinity. Even with Andrew Tate, when Andrew Tate came out with his content, when they find somebody that's not when they can't control somebody that's pushing that type of message to like to sort of like galvanize the youth and have them act like an actual man and like fit in that role and go against this agenda that Hollywood is trying to push. Look at what's happening with him. All these court cases, all these allegations they're trying to push on him and stuff like that. That's the pattern that I'm starting to notice, is that masculinity is like it's the kryptonite to the Hollywood agenda. With the Hollywood agenda, for you to be successful, you have to either partake or go along with that agenda. You're not going to find anybody successful in Hollywood that didn't take the L on that end. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, if that's how they want to roll, that's how they want to roll.
That's how it is. That's how it's been.
But I do feel like, yeah, like I said, you have these. What was that one movie? Was it Something Moon? Something Moon. It won an Oscar.
Or Moonlight.
Moonlight. Love that movie, man.
Oh man.
When a movie like that, right? They try to make it very soft and awkward, right, for a gay black man. But then there was the Jeffrey Dahmer show. They made it seem like it was cool, and he was a serial killer. They're like, oh yeah, look how cool it is to be, gay and rape men and stuff like that. And he's a serial killer, and he's getting away with it, But when it's a black guy, what was it? There was the other one with the kids who got arrested for they said they raped the lady in the park or something like that. That same thing. They try to make the black guy look like, when they're gay, it's like, oh, it's awkward, he's weak and all that stuff. But when it's a black guy or a white guy, oh, it's cool, it's okay. But yeah, man, I've just noticed that the John Cena thing. Why not? We have Terry Crews. How many years have we had Terry Crews? But that's that right there. When they have Terry Crews talk, every time he talks now, oh yeah, I was sexually assaulted. Why does he always have to mention he was sexually assaulted?
Look, bro, you can't look like that and then be complaining about that. But that's just like my
What?
thing.
It doesn't make sense. Like his people are like, hey, don't forget to let them know that you were sexually assaulted. It's like, bro, like why?
It speaks to this though. It speaks volumes of the powers that be within that industry. It's like if you go against that agenda, it's not just your career, it's other stuff beyond your career, you know?
I can't
it's
see
like
white chicks the same anymore, man.
Huh?
I can't watch white chicks the same anymore.
I can't either. Look, there's certain movies like that, like White Chicks. That's a humiliation ritual movie. Okay, it was funny. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, he made it off that movie.
But that's what they do. Just like with Martin Lawrence with Big Mama's House. You know, they had to do him like that too. He had to go through the rite of passage, and then what movie did he get after that? Did he get the Bad Boys franchise? You know, he made a lot of money off that, right? You feel me?
I guess.
I just want people to notice the pattern with Hollywood. Like a lot of things that are in the dark is coming to the light. It's the age of Aquarius right now. My ex was into astrology and shit. I ain't know it like that, but all the shorties out there that be into stuff like that, you already know what's up, all right? Everything that was in the dark is coming into the light. This is gonna be the year of truth. So it's been a trend throughout this whole year so far with the Cat Williams shit, the Diddy stuff coming out. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next month. So at the end of the day, I think people should just be very wary of trying to understand the patterns going on, because a lot of the stuff that was deemed as conspiracy isn't really conspiracy anymore. I mean, it's almost like right in your face now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've noticed that. They just put it right in your face now. So
it's like I would be more suspect and more sus about those people that are still within that mentality. Like, I don't know, man. It's Hollywood, man. If you have friends like that, they might be feds. Okay, I would look at them kind of differently and tread carefully. All right, you got homies out here, still defending Diddy.
Hey, shout out Diddy.
Like I said, you might just be doing it for the show. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day,
for life, man.
A lot of these people that you be hearing about in the industry that are into doing stuff like that, their time is running out. Like it's almost like like in the NBA, like somebody's contract about to expire. Diddy's been the gatekeeper for the longest time now. Like his gatekeeper, like he don't even, you can't even franchise tag the dude no more. You know what I'm saying? Like his time is coming up. Who's going to be the next gatekeeper? That's the thing that you really got to be looking out for.
Have you considered that maybe, you're right, and they're just putting this stuff on him to get him out the way?
Yeah, just like R. Kelly, they had to put the stuff on him to get him out. There's always going to be a fall guy. You got to understand. That's the thing with the entertainment industry, is that even with Michael Jackson, like all the stuff that they put on him with these kids and stuff like that, none of the stuff that he was charged with, none of the stuff that he wasn't convicted of any of that stuff. Okay, but what is Michael Jackson? He's probably the most influential black artist there is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of coincidences. Like, if he still had a skin tone, you know what I'm saying? Like, just coincidentally, the most influential black artist, Michael Jackson, just happened to have this skin, deformity or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly my point. So they're out to get Diddy. When you're a mafia boss,
Diddy's a different story, man. Don't even try to
now. Yes, you could
allegedly.
Be right. You could be right. Yeah,
allegedly,
you could be right. I could be right. We don't know yet, but until we are,
no. The thing with Michael Jackson is that the people that knew Michael Jackson, they were like, I didn't see him do nothing like that. He was cool with me. I knew Mike. He was hollering at bitches with me. We was going to club with him. With Diddy is different. People like, hey, he be doing some weird stuff. 50 Cent got a whole compilation, man. Like
those are his enemies.
Those aren't his enemies. There's people that work with him that was just like,
man, you know how the game is.
They caught him on tape. They caught him on tape calling a grown ass man daddy. All right, that's not normal. That's not normal.
Drake calls himself Champagne Poppy, man. What you talking about? That's their Hollywood trend. That's what they do.
I can speak to this because I live in Hollywood. I seen this dude Diddy in person, man. I seen him in person. I got the vibe off him, all right? A little too touchy-feely with people, all right? You know what I'm saying?
Because he's rich. Shit, I'd be touchy-feely too if I was rich.
You be kissing a grown-ass man in this cheek like, hey, what
is $100.
Nah.
I'm happy right now.
This ain't France. Fuck that. That's some weird shit, bro. So, with Diddy, it's a different case. I think God is coming to collect with him. The sooner he's out of the game, I think the better. And allegedly speaking, He was, involved in possibly, taking out Tupac, taking out Biggie, two very influential artists that if they continued their career, you can only imagine the type of impact that they would have had towards not just like the youth, the black youth, the type of message that they were pushing out. Once they become too powerful, you got to take them out. Just like Kobe Bryant, man. Right after his career, mysterious helicopter crash. You know what I'm saying? All these people of prominence, especially like black people of prominence that start to gain too much like influence and power, they find some slick way to put a hit on.
We'll find out with Diddy. You can be right. I can be right. Hit those comments. What do you think? Do you think Diddy's innocent?
If I see anything,
do you think the alleged accusations are true? Do you think he really did it, or do you think he's innocent?
If that innocence bar is anything above 20%, man, I'm gonna be real disappointed in humanity, bro.
Y'all ain't there. Y'all ain't there. Y'all can't be making assumptions. You don't even know the man. This guy knows him, so I guess he's qualified to say.
Look, if you've never met him, dodge the bullet. All right, God's on your side. So,
but I think you got anything else you want to comment on during the week, an experience you had before we wrap it up tonight?
I mean, look, man, there's just certain people that I would just tell everybody to just be very wary, notice patterns, okay? Don't just follow an agenda. And hey, look, if there's one person I would want to shout out right now, and I shouted her out the last show. Candace Owens is a real one, man. Hey, Candace Owens, hey, what up, shawty? I like your boy. But she's the only person that I could think of right now that's in the media sphere calling things out for what it is. Ballsy of her too. She's still working under Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, she ballsy.
Still working under Ben Shapiro, has been consistent throughout the whole time she's been speaking. So,
Candace Owens is to tell you the truth, behind the scenes, I told this dude, I was like, hey, we ain't gonna talk about Candace Owens 2 shows in a row. But he just couldn't, keep your name out of his
Candace
mouth.
Owens,
hey, come to the show, man. You got.
We ain't that big of a podcast right now, man. But Candace Owens, I've been holding it down for you for a minute now. You know what I'm saying?
He has, man. I ain't with it, but
you've done more for the black community than Barack Obama. That's not saying much, you know what I'm saying? But I'm
anyway. I would like to thank y'all for being with us for another episode. I enjoyed it, man. Another enjoyable week. We'll see what other topics, we have for you guys next weekend. But happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to follow us, at our Instagrams. Links down in the description and at the podcast Instagram at Fourth Wall Show. And we'll see you guys on the next one, okay? If I don't see you till then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah, free Nick Fuentes. Yo, Candace Owens, holla at me, girl.